Happy Friday, Rancher Ranchers. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. And if you're in Western New York, I hope that you got a chance to enjoy the beautiful weather. I guess today is the last day of the warmer stuff, and then they're calling for snow next week. So that's just Western New York for you. So Louie is watching everybody else go out because Louie is the smart one. Louie knows that when everybody else goes out, he gets hay. So I started haying them. I took a walk around the pasture, and it's pretty thin as far as grass goes. So I have started haying. Obviously, Ellie and Apollo have been hayed for quite a while, but for him, you know, hay looks so good right now. I don't want anything to happen where he starts to lose weight. Don't get me wrong, I give enough for everybody, but just giving him that extra time where they are all out there and he gets, you know, some time to himself where he can eat at his own pace and doesn't have to be worrying about, you know, which barrel he should be standing at and all that jazz that goes around with being in a herd. It just gives him the opportunity to get more hay. It takes them somewhere between 20 and 15, 20, 25 minutes to figure out, hey, why isn't he coming? And why is he walking from barrel to barrel? So then they all come running up, and then they all get into their positions. What ends up happening is that Charlie and Abe share barrels. Abe is actually the only horse that Charlie will allow to share a barrel with. He didn't even let Maggie do that. So, you know, that tells you how close Abe and him are. And then Louie usually likes the outside barrel, and Roni just goes wherever he can. That's not around Louie. But other than that, he's been doing pretty good with the warmer weather. You know, like I said, it's going to be a little cooler, so it will be interesting to see how he does with that. We're going to put the windows up this weekend to give everybody more protection from the wind, especially, like I said, because there is snow in the forecast. But he's moving around pretty good, and enjoys being out on pasture still. He likes playing with the barrels because he's a goofball. He's actually quite talented in knocking the barrels over and then picking them up by himself. So he is trick trainable. I've said it a million times. He's an incredibly smart boy. Abe is doing well. He obviously has been moving around a lot. He has been losing some weight, and I totally attribute that to the fact that there's really not that much grass out there. And he has been very he wants more attention, which is good to see. When I come in the morning, he actually comes to me and wants to be pet and wants to be, he actually has a sore on his chest right now that I'm treating. and he wants that to be treated, and you know, doesn't walk away. Whereas in the afternoon, he just doesn't want anything to do with anybody except for Charlie and being out on pasture. And that's how those guys are doing. Right, buddy boy? I know, sweetie. And they're both getting their red light treatment. Actually, Abe is getting some blue light treatment to heal up his sore. But they're both getting red light treatment. And I think that's why they're moving around so well. Right, buddy? But that is what's going on with Abe and Louie. So for those people that were so inclined to do the guessing on the applesauce quiz that I put up, Abers was the one who thought that we were trying to kill him by giving him applesauce, which kind of surprised me because he's a treat hound. He loves those peppermint candies. Don't get me wrong, it was unsweetened, all-natural applesauce that he was getting, so that's probably why he wasn't a big fan of it, because it was probably super tart for him. But he absolutely, he almost flipped his bowl over, which had his medication in it and such, so I ended up having to hold it so that he would stop knocking it over. Louie, on the other hand, thought that it was a yummy treat and politely gobbled it up. And then let me go over and tell you what Allie and Apollo thought of the applesauce. Just me, kiddos. So Ellie politely declined the applesauce. She was not a big fan, which I anticipated was going to be the case. She tried a little bit, and I don't think she is used to having that kind of stuff. So she had a mouthful, and then she just let it be and wasn't interested in trying anymore. Apollo, on the other hand, thought that he had absolutely hit the jackpot with applesauce. He devours it. He really, really enjoyed it, and I had quite a bit of it. Somebody had stopped by to meet everybody and was kind enough to get them one of those really big jars. And, yeah, every night he was like, "Where's my applesauce? Where's my applesauce?" So he really, really, really enjoyed having his applesauce. Didn't you, buddy? Ush, do you know what applesauce is? I know, sweet boy. So, yeah, that's what the herd's opinion on applesauce. So this upcoming week, Kendra is coming to do them. It's pretty obvious with Apollo that he needs it. He actually started limping around late yesterday, and he's gotten a lot worse today, which means that he's due. He still wants to run, and he still tries running, but yeah, you can definitely tell that he needs his feet to be done so that he isn't as sore. With the warm weather, his sores on his back legs have opened up again. So we are dealing with that as well. That's not a big deal. It's not as bad as it was before, but it is definitely something that that we're working on. Dr. Lauren is coming the week after next. So we'll have her, just take a gander at it and see if she thinks that we're still on the right course with it. She's just coming to do some vaccines. So we split our vaccines up so that their systems don't get overloaded. And then if somebody does have an adverse reaction, we know which vaccine it's to. So that is Apollo's polite way of saying, I want this barrel. Good job, baby girl. Come on. Good girl. So I call this positional rotation. And Ellie knows exactly where to go. Don't you, baby girl? So she's been doing well. Not a whole heck of a lot going on with her, which is an awesome thing. She's been enjoying the nice weather and laying down and has been rolling and just enjoying life. Don't we all wish that we could just do that, just kind of chill out and get to the point where we can just all enjoy it? So she's doing well. She's keeping her weight beautifully. So it is October, and we have been getting, we have been contacted quite a bit about, from people that are looking to rehome their horses for the winter. A lot of the rescues at this point, because it is later in the season and so close to winter, we are full. So, some people I was able to give them some other options. Some people, they had already tried those options and they weren't able to find a placement for them. So it's always hard when you have to say, no. But I've mentioned it several times that, our responsibility is to those that we already have here. And we want to be fiscally responsible. And, we already have the hay in, that will get them, through the winter. And to bring another mouth in puts that in jeopardy. And as we found out last winter when we ended up running short, it's not easy to find good hay in April. So, I personally hate saying no. I wish that there was more that we could do. There's some people that are actually quite far away. The one person who contacted me, if you've been with me for a while, you may have remembered Titan. And Titan came from North Carolina. And this is where this individual was from. She was from North Carolina and was asking for some help for rehoming her horse. So, you know, they're just not local people. They're literally from across the country, which makes it, you know, you try to point them in the right direction for resources that are closer to them. You know, I learned from Titan that you never quite know what condition the horse is in. You know, they may send you pictures, but may not be the pictures of the horse at the current time. So, you know, that makes me leery on, you know, trailering a horse from such a far distance without actually seeing the condition of a horse. You know, you don't want to do more harm by transporting them and having them go down in a trailer than, you know, trying to find something a little closer that might suit their needs a little better. But, you know, I'm just want to keep you guys fully abreast of what's going on here. And we have been contacted by, like I said, from individuals that are looking for a place for their horse. And, yeah, it's hard saying no. I don't know any other way to put it, but, so, you know, our goal is that, you know, in the future, we won't have to say no as often. But, you know, it's part of the growing pains. You know, we have a vision of where we want to go, and we're taking baby steps to get there. And we don't want to misstep that's going to end up putting us, take us 2 steps back. So if you are, you know, I've said it before, if you're interested in fostering, you know, that would help us with being able to say yes more often. Please just reach out. Contact you can either message the Facebook page, or you can email us at roncharranchrescue@outlook.com. And we'll have a discussion on fostering. That is and has been one of my goals, is to have a fostering program, and you know, hopefully in the next year or 2 we're able to make that happen, so that we are able to say yes instead of no. All right, Ronchar Ranchers, that is it for this week. I hope everybody has a nice weekend. If you're in Western New York, get ready for the 30-degree temperature change that's going to happen between tonight and tomorrow morning. But I hope everybody does well and has a nice weekend, and we will catch up next week. Be well, Ronchar Ranchers.